Hey everybody, welcome to Forks and Freeways. We are on an endeavor to show you some of the Pacific Northwest's greatest campsites and do some food reviews, some brewery, winery, and even shop reviews along the way. So come along on the journey.
In this video, we're going to be doing Lake Wenatchee State Park, where we're going to give you a full overview of the park, the best sites, the places to eat, what's local, and what's fun to do. Like and subscribe below, and without further ado, we'll get into the video.
We are on our way to Lake Wenatchee State Park in eastern Washington,
Which is home away from home for me, and I introduced it to you a few years ago, and now it's home away from home for him. I've never actually stayed at the campground that we're staying at. If I did, I was really, really young. My family used to own property out there, and so I used to go all the time, and I'm really excited to stay there and review it and see if we like it. We're about an hour out. We're just finishing up going through Gold Bar, if you're familiar with the area, and we're about to hit the prettiest drive. The best part is the last hour before I get there.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Good morning. It is Saturday morning, and we have made it to Lake Wenatchee State Park. We got in a little late last night, set the camp up, and went out to one of our favorite spots. Just making some coffee. Doing a little French press. I know, it's a little bougie, but it tastes really good, so don't judge.
Well, our dog has the zoomies. Ignore their poop bags. There's a burn ban in effect right now, so we can't burn, which we kind of expected for Eastern Washington. We come over here a lot. And there's another feather, our second feather of the morning. So I believe that feathers are a sign that you are exactly where you need to be and to just take a deep breath. But as you can see, there's no one close. So that's our next closest person over there. But there's all this forest that separates us. And then they have this really nice, that's raked out. Like you can see the lines in it. Raked out tent, very flat site. And then there's these little trails that lead off in both directions. And then you can't see it, but the road is down there. Obviously, we got a person over there. And then more campers go around the loop that way. There's our little camping setup with our dogs. We'd love to get together, but they don't know what they have going on tomorrow, and she's got to get home, eat. All right, so we're gonna walk around and show you guys the campground. We don't know how to get to the water. I haven't been on this side of Lake Wenatchee. So Lake Wenatchee State Park is split into two. There's the south side and the north side, and we're in the north side. I don't come over here very often. I've only ever kayaked over here. So we're gonna figure out how to get to the water, and we're gonna do that on this sign over here. Oh, here. We're in 103, beach is over here. So we need to, wow, we're gonna go quite a ways. Well, we'll figure it out. We are bear country. Well, there's our little camping spot. There's Babe walking Sally. And we're gonna follow this loop around. The water is that way. According to the GPS, it says the water is this way, but I don't know. We'll find out.
We're on an adventure.
It's an adventure. And our very poor behaved dogs on leashes. They're awful because they're used to just being off leash and they'd stay close to us. That's our fault. I think I see the water through those trees down there. That is definitely water. That is where I'm used to going. Over there is the boat launch. And so I've always been on that side of Lake Wenatchee, only kayaked over here. So there is a beach access. We're pretty sure it's further down. All right, we are making our way to the beach. There's bathrooms down here and everything says park recreational vehicles only. So I believe you can't drive anywhere down here. So I understand why this beach is always less crowded, because you have to haul all your stuff down here. You definitely would want like a wagon. Whereas on the other side, the south side beach, you can drive and park. Although parking does fill up very fast, and you end up most of the time, if you're here on a Friday or Saturday, you're gonna be parking on the road and hiking your stuff in still. So that is the South Beach, and in the summertime, there will not be any room on this beach at all. It will be full of people and full of tents. And there's like this little island here that we like to kayak to all the time. And then there's the lake, and it's pretty clear water, honestly, for a lake. This like smooth glassness is not normal. Wind usually whips through here, and so boating season, it's really hard to get a day like this, because most of the days you can see whitecaps. And we've even experienced a pretty traumatic experience. Luckily we weren't on the boat, but our friends were, and they broke the steering because of how rocky it was out there. So be warned, if you see whitecaps, don't go out on the water. You may get 1 or 2 days a year on a weekend day to be boating. So that over there is the dock. There's like a little family fishing on the end of it. There is a boat docking fee, and then they do have docking parking over there. So it's right in these trees right here. Again, if it's peak summertime and you're not out here or super early, you're not gonna be parking there. You're gonna be parking very far away. My third feather of the day. There's these 2 squirrels chasing each other around and around the tree. So you can go horseback riding here, and we've done it multiple times. And it's fun. It's a really neat people that take care of it, and they've taken care of it for a really long time. This is the overflow parking, which is actually pretty far from the beach. So this is that parking that is super close to the beach. In the summertime, if you are not super early, you're not gonna park here. You're gonna go here, and where I showed you just a second ago is up there and down that hill, and you can park all the way down. And then the boat launch is right over there. So let's start the boat launch, and then we'll make our way to the beach. So here's the parking for the boat launch. It looks like there's only 1, 2, 3 spots that are not handicap, and then 2 handicap spots. It is nice because this is a roundabout, so you get to go down this way, pull this way, and then you can back your boat down. And here's that family that we saw fishing just a little bit ago. It's very common to see life jackets here for children, or it looks like there's even a dog one, to go down, to use it on a boat, or to go down to on the dock. And then this is the boat launch. I don't want to disturb their fishing, so we're just gonna stay up here, but boat launch is right over here, and then this is where we were walking, and we were down on a beach down on that side. So I'm gonna try to find some pictures, but there's pictures of me from being, 2, 3 years old on this rock, all the way through adulthood. My kids, I have pictures of my kids on this rock. This is like where the cool kids get a towel and you can lay out up there, and it can fit like 3 or 4 people up there. pretty comfortably. And this is the South Beach. So that beach that we were on earlier is over there. These, they keep up during like swimming time. I assume here when it hits October, they're probably gonna take these down. But this is actually super shallow all the way to there. If I was standing at this buoy, it probably comes like just to my knee, maybe. So super kid friendly and fun for them. There's some people fishing out there in the water today. Perfect day for it. The North Beach up over here are the bathrooms, and then that blue thing over there is where you can rent kayaks and paddleboards. Really big beach. This actually goes and it's all the way down here, and in the summertime, this is fully lined up with families and tents and everything, and it'll probably still be busy later today. We're out here pretty early. Typical Washington Beach. Rock. It is glacier fed, so this water is very, very cold. It does warm up a little bit in the peak of summer, but if it has not been warm for a solid month and a half, it is freezing water.
If you're gonna get in that water, just be prepared to be cold.
Yeah, gonna be cold. I recommend a floaty. We're not even looking for them, but there's another one. So yeah, it looks like you can rent stuff. If you'd like more info on this, on what they cost and a full breakdown, it will be on our Substack. And then there is a playground here for kids. Looks like a little playground. And then there's swings over there. And then this is the camp store. It looks like you can do bike rentals here as well. And then you can camp as close to right there. So if you can tell, that is someone's tent and that's the water, which this is actually not very far at all. Prime camping spots, I'm sure that those are the ones that go first. And then there's some more parking over on that side. So we're gonna give you a little brief overview of what there is to do in Lake Wenatchee. So your closest store is going to be in Plain, Washington, which is about 10, 12 minutes away. There's a hardware store, a cafe, and a grocery store. That's it. That's all of Plain. And then Leavenworth, which is the biggest attraction out here, is about 20 minutes away. Wouldn't you say about 20? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 20 minutes away. And if you don't know anything about Leavenworth, you can follow in a couple of weeks. We'll be going to Leavenworth and we're going to Oktoberfest. And so we're going to do a full breakdown separately of just Leavenworth because there's so much to do there that you can't fit it all in one video. So we're going to kind of keep this one to Lake Wenatchee.
Yep. And also some recent additions to Plain. There is a brewery and a winery that have opened up in the last couple of years. And it's all his own beer. He doesn't have any other breweries, any other brews whatsoever. It's all home brew.
And donation
and by
based.
Donation only.
To Lake Wenatchee, your closest to get any type of grocery item is going to be the gas station. And then there is a restaurant that is just 3 minutes down the road, which is called the Squirrel Tree, which is where we were at last night. You guys saw a little bit about that. It is a restaurant, bar, and RV place and event space, live music. They have live music. And then upstairs, there's pool tables and a few arcade machines, which are for 21 plus only. So this is all of Plain. We have Plain Grocery, Plain Hardware, and the cafe right down there. And on weekends, they do this little market. So we're going to check it out. Hi. Oh my goodness. Can I have a bag? Pretty cool. What are you doing? So you're just carving it down, getting the bark off?
It's very easy.
Yeah, let's see the expert in action, and then maybe I'll give it a shot.
So is the process, you just take that off and then do you like seal it or?
Yep, I clean it and then a lot of time I'll sand down up here and down at the bottom because I never know which way they're gonna use it.
Oh, right. Okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Can we get one of your cards? That way we can
We'll shout you out.
Yeah.
And this is who I am, and that's what I do.
Okay, great.
And it doesn't have to be just walking sticks. I sell a lot of curtain rods, handles for doors. I mean,
Actually, I like the coasters too.
my
They're cool.
husband is the one that does the chop saw with nails.
Nice. Do you take card? Do you take card? Yeah. Let's get a set of coasters, babe.
Yeah, that's good.
I use a polyacrylic spray.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And did you ever think that
So cool.
That's so cool.
mildew would look this good?
Oh, is that what gives it that
That's
coloring?
That's what it is. It's it's damp wood that just sits there and rots.
Wow. Yeah. It's beautiful.
And they were digging up all of the burning, everything that was burning underground to make sure that the heat is gone.
Right.
Once all the heat is gone, a black blanket put on. Then less crews will then work in the same area and work 100 feet from the edge.
Hi guys, we are currently at Plain Cellars, and we are about to have a tasting, starting with their 2021 bottle of Tempranillo.
It's supposed to be raspberry, medium bodied and soft. I think everything's from Washington on this list. Yeah. Well, cheers. Well, to tell how you felt about that, go over to our Substack. It was interesting.
What people also describe taste or smell cat pee. Black currant has a similar scent to cat urine. The joke is, oh yeah, it smells like black currant.
That's disgusting.
It's a classier way of saying it.
Just plain red. It says it has legs.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. You can see them on my face. Get a hint of tobacco. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, this one definitely has big tobacco.
Okay, try yours.
Yep.
Oh, you get this one.
Oh, the Malbec's delicious.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so now I'm doing the Malbec because I really liked his and I wanted my own tasting of it. So yours. Yeah, that's a really good Malbec.
But there's a theme with all these wines. They all have the same tobacco-y, smoky flavor.
All right, last one. We both got the Petite Syrah. I love a good Syrah. So
This one says it's got hints of blackberry and pepper, which sounds interesting. We'll see
and it
if
says
it
it's
does.
robust.
We shall see.
Very blackberry.
And a little that pepper notes on the back end.
Yeah. Oof. That one's really good too.
We'll give you a full breakdown on our tasting notes.
Yes,
on
and like
our Substack.
we'll talk about the cost of the tasting, cost of the wines, and you actually can get something for free. And that will be broken down on the Substack. feather. Fritos. We're gonna go for a walk with the dogs. We have taco soup on, well, now turned off in the trailer. But when we get back, we just played a few games of Rummy Cube. And so, yeah, go for a walk. We had a great day so far.
Yeah, we're having a great weekend. We hope you are too.
All right, taco soup, stew for dinner. How is it, babe? It's all right.
Fantastic.
Sunday morning breakfast was delicious. And then we're gonna take these dogs on a walk. We've been walking the campground to try to find what the best spots are. I think this 128, and I think it's going down in numbers, but there's lake access at these spots and they're pull through. Our spots also pull through at 103, but it'd be cool to be closest to the one that goes straight down to the lake. Yeah, so this one's 126. So I think if you have the option to get 128, 126 in that realm, those are really good ones because you're close to the lake access. And then there's also a restroom that is, I believe, is it down that path?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so then you just go down this path and it's that building that's beyond those tents right there. So we're walking in the other loop, and 156 and 154 over here have huge forests back there, and there's even like little trails. They do have little info about bears. But yeah, those sites also look really cool, even though they don't have the beach access. But if you could get access to one of those sites, I would. He can't hear me because he has his headphones in, but he cleans everything. It's pretty great. So we're just hanging out, resting before we go and start getting packed up. But I just want to show you what's actually going on right now. I got a full dog on me. Thank you. He has a spot on his leg. He keeps trying to lick. He needs to leave it alone. 'Tis a dog pile morning.
The campsite is fantastic. It's nice and big, very spacious. So if you come out here with more than just a couple people, if you come out with a whole group, there's room for everybody. So it's fantastic. The woods all throughout the park are great, and the lake access is amazing. I'd definitely come back here. I'd definitely give it, I'd say an 8 out of 10, a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would too. It's really nice that I think all of the ones that you can reserve for a 20-foot camper or bigger are all pull-through sites. They have pull-through sites all along the outside of the 2 main loops that there are. Then we already showed you guys the campsites that have the lake access. I'm sure those are the ones that are booked up first. So if that's something that's important to you, that's what I would look at. The tent sites are really nice. We're actually seated in where like the tent would go on this one. And they allow up to two tents, 2 vehicles, 8-person maximum, 50 amp hookups, and water. The only downside that I felt that I really had here was we're not really close to any neighbors. So maybe that's a plus for you, that you don't want to be close to your neighbors and you don't want to talk to them. But I kind of like the community aspect. And so, you know, when you go camping, you at least have one thing in common with that person. They also like to go camping. And that's easy and a fun topic to talk about. So I did miss out on that. Like, our closest people on either side are quite far, and there's a lot of shrubbery in between. So you don't really conversate as much. You would have to be pretty outgoing to like make effort to go over to somebody's site.
Lots of fun things to do in the local area without heading back to actual civilization. There's a tourist spot right down the road, a small town in the other direction. The lake is all over the place. So tons of fun things to do. So you're not just sitting at your campsite watching a fire burn. But if that's what you want to do, there's plenty of room for that here as well.
And I don't foresee people coming out here and not going to Leavenworth just because Leavenworth is so close. And we're going to do a full deep dive into Leavenworth here in the next couple of videos where we're going to spend 4 whole days in a campground in actual Leavenworth. And then we're going to Oktoberfest. And so we're going to be talking about breweries and wineries and all sorts of the fun stuff that's out there, along with the shops that I have known that have existed there for at least 30 years. So I'm really excited to bring you guys along for that. I would say that this campsite is extremely family friendly. I have yet to run into as many families at other campgrounds that we did here. I think like this is a lot more like kid oriented. There's a lot of kids riding bikes around, families with young children, which I think is great because we haven't run into that so much. And I think that also attributes to the price. And so if you guys want the full breakdown of how much it is a night, how we camp here for free, what like the cost breakdown is for Washington State Parks, you're going to have to go over to our Substack and that will all be listed over there. We thank you guys for watching. We'd really appreciate it if you would like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be putting out more and more videos of weekend camping for the everyday type of folk. This is not glorious and over the top. It is what's cheap, what's convenient, work with the camping tools we have, and just about getting outside.
So follow along with us on our journey, and let's see where this all goes.
All right, bye you guys.